good morning, and welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Well, it has been raining here in the New England area. I am in Zone 6 in the Northeast, the Boston area, and it has been raining, and everything is benefiting from the rain. It has been dry in the last couple of weeks there, and then we had 2 tremendously hot days in the 90s, and now the plants are getting a reprieve because now it's dropped down so far. The temperature this morning is in the 40s, 47 degrees, and cool. Thankfully, it's not breezy. It was so breezy yesterday, the first Saturday in June, but now it's nice and calm this Sunday morning. So welcome to Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. I am so pleased to see how everything is just looking so fresh and alive and vibrant here on this Sunday morning. Welcome to my garden. This time of year is one of my most favorite times because everything is new and fresh and alive. The greens are really green, the chartreuse are really chartreuse, the hostas are standing up real tall, the leaves are looking good. Everything is just amazing. So I really love these hostas right here. I don't know the name of them. I don't know their name. But when I did acquire them, it was such a good thing because they contrast so well with this other hosta that I know the name of, which is Sir William Francis hosta. And the both of them combining together just brings such a beauty to the garden. They just look so good together. I love this. Now this arrangement really did well, I have to say, and now they're going to see. It is the bok choy from the microgreen seeds that I had captured last year. I saved the seeds and I just threw them out in here, and they grew in this pot. And so as it's been dying back, I decided to put in it the this Proven Winners plant, which is limoncello, I think it is, mini supertunia, something like that it's called. But it is so pretty. And the coleus, the wizard mix coleus there. So what I'm going to do is pull this out and replace it with some more annuals. On the other side of it, I also have some mint. That's my pineapple mint. So I just want to stay with that kind of coloring. Or I might just put a pop of something bright in here. I also have begonias that can be transplanted in this pot. I don't know. I'm not sure what I want to do next, but it has fared well. I have enjoyed this for this time, and I do love how this coloring goes so well with the hostas, the yellow and green of the hostas and the white. That kind of color combination with a little pop of red or mauve. Yeah, here and there. I have to say that my plums are getting bigger on my tree here. This plum is called the yellow egg plum. So the plums are going to turn yellow and look like eggs. really pretty. And I have quite a few on the tree. Yes, there are some bugs that have attempted to eat them, but there's some of them that look halfway decent. So I'm glad that they didn't fall off or drop off the tree. Hopefully I will have some plums, and they are so sweet and delicious. And they're faring well underneath. Here underneath is the lemon balm, and I've had some lemon balm tea, the mint teas, just beautiful. And my husband has been gathering it as well. Really enjoying this. So I've called this, usually this time in June, this is the rose season. But this year, it's not going to happen to the extent that I am used to. Because back there in the corner, you can see my Eden climbing rose. I had to cut it back really hard. But it is sending up some really strong canes here to return to hopefully its majestic state. But what is a great surprise is this grapevine that I put it in a container, and I left it there. I think this is its second or third year here. And this year, because of the fact that it doesn't have to compete with the climbing rose, it is spreading, which is fantastic. And it has these little flowers. You know, it looks like it wants to fruit. Isn't that amazing? So soon I'm going to have to just take it out of the pot and put it in the ground. I have in this bed also some woodland fern. They are so pretty. It's from my aunt's garden. It was growing in a garden and I loved them, and I wanted some fern for my garden, so I dug them up and I planted them here, and they've returned every year and they look so good. They remind me of my childhood and my aunt's garden and my mother's garden, because I live next door to my aunt, and so when I got it from her garden, then saw it in my mother's garden, I just got a piece of it and brought it in. And then I also have here some mint, and this mint is apple mint, and the apple mint is just growing and spreading on its own, but I just love how it looks here in this back border. It's really nice. That hosta that you see back there, my the green and white hosta, that's from my Aunt Auntie's garden that I had taken a piece of and brought it here. Rescued it actually from the garden. And when she passed away, I said, I'm going to take that from her garden, and it's now sitting in my garden. I have to say that my little kitchen garden is evolving and changing. And things are really looking good, especially from the rain. The tomatoes are coming up. They definitely have new growth. And I planted in some new tomatoes, some corn, some squash, and I still have some more to add, things to add here to this bed. But let's just take a quick look inside, because I want to show you the fact that my collard greens, look at my collard greens. Yes, and my cabbages, they're looking really good. Yeah. And then here, I had bottle sown the basil cinnamon here. And this is what the plant looks like in the garden. Yeah, that is from the bottle sowing. I just left the container with the cover here with the name so that I'll remember what was sown. And then these are my cabbage that I had bottle sown too. And you remember that I lost most of them? Well, now I have 3 that are doing very well, at least for now. And I am grateful. And then those are collard greens. Now, I have bindweed all over this garden. Bindweed, yes. And I just continually am pulling them out and just trying to get rid of them. I am so pleased with my snap peas. Look at them. They are going up the trellis just the way I wanted them to. That is so beautiful. Now these are the bok choy, and they are flowering in here because I just sprinkled the seeds. Yes, I did, all over the place. And my mint, this is chocolate mint coming in. And I can see, you see that? Those are marigold seeds that I dropped in from, I think, 2 years ago. And I saved the seeds and I just found them and I just decided that I'd sprinkle them in this bed. And there they are, growing. Here's another patch. Just so beautiful. Now, the chives, this year the chives have done just spectacular. And I have been pulling the chives and eating them. And now this here, this is my kale. And they're going to have a lot of seeds here. I'm going to save my kale seeds and then replant them in the garden. And this is carrots. I can't wait to see the carrot blooms. This is from last year. Yeah, I just love this look. They had this beautiful yellow flower for a long time, and now the flowers are turning into seeds. They're creating seed pods, and you know, I found out that the seed pods are edible. I think that the small ones are much more tastier than these more matured ones. Check out my blueberries. I have blueberries developing. Isn't that pretty? So in and amongst all of this, the blueberries are coming up. Yeah. This is a full bed, and I'm just happy with it. And I've been eating from it. I've been eating the kale and just enjoying the blooms from the chives. I started cutting the mint. Looking forward to the blueberries and to the snap peas. And then on this side here I have my greens, microgreens, that are now not micro anymore, but spring mix. Very delicious, very delicious. Yeah, every now I have to come through and pull the weeds, because I know that this is a weed. This is a weed. This is a weed. But the good stuff is up here. This is a mustard green. This, of course, is the bok choy. This one, too, is mustardy. It's the hot mix. Yeah, so I started cutting it, and I'm making salads with them. Delicious. And I just added some other spinach that I got from Costco. So it just adds such great flavor to the salad. A wonderful, wonderful way of eating fresh greens. Because of the rain and the warm temperatures, everything seems to be sprouting, the weeds as well as the good things. So I have to keep on coming by and pulling up these weeds, you know, and just continue to make sure that that the good plants don't get smothered by the weeds. But my tomatoes are doing very well here. And look at that, some of the seeds here, that is one of the microgreens. And here is my Roma tomato, and I could already see a flower developing. I'm going to have tomatoes. Now these are my pumpkins that I planted in already, and I'm expecting them to trail and just line them up in this area as the summer gets hotter and things start to die back. Look at this weed, bindweed. Let's pull it up as much as possible. Now this is one of the salad greens too. Yeah, this and this. I seeded out some more of the pumpkins. I believe that's the patty pan over there. We'll see when they develop. And it's so good to see them gaining their leaves and sprouting here. And some of them, of course, I pre-planted. Now these are corn that we planted. I just put them in about 3 days ago. And but they have really solid roots, so I'm hoping that they will green up. I'm gonna have to give them some fertilizer and look as healthy as the others that I have there. Corn that I have. Now this plant that you see here, this is a yellow daisy like plant, and it's going to have some beautiful yellow flowers, which is going to be great for the pollinators and to attract what we need here to make everything fruitful. Yeah, the pollinators, the bees are gonna love this patch. Now I can go through and Chelsea chop half of them, which I think I might do from here across, so that it will come up in stages. So this part will yellow or flower quicker, and then this one, this side won't. That way it won't block the corn and the other vegetables. So for June, this is what my Jewel Sunny Garden looks like. It is fantastic. And that rain that we got has been such a blessing. Oh, of course with the heat too. I think the heat is bringing out the flowers as well. So I planted here these begonias, just regular bedding plant begonias to add some red color and life to the garden here. And I do love these alliums. Last a long time. I think they're called ambassador alliums, but now they're going to seed. But I love how they look so pretty with the dead nettle. I think it's Limiatris or Liatris, but it's variegated dead nettle, and that's it in its beauty. Wow, as a ground cover, I'm really impressed. My cosmos reseeded themselves from last year, and they are looking beautiful. They're growing up strong and tall. My rose bush, it suffered, but now it's coming back strong. I wanted to show you this. This is my spirea, and now it's flowering. Right here in this little area, I have this geranium in the pot, but I wanted to show you my David Austin rose, Olivia, that they sent me. She is coming back. She's looking so beautiful here. So I gave her this spot here that she'll get a lot of sun, and also I will remember to water her and she'll be happy. So this is where she is, and she's growing back. Isn't that fabulous? I'm expecting to see flowers on her by the end of the season. And then here, this is my oak leaf hydrangea, and it's starting to bloom out. Isn't that fabulous? Yeah, it's looking good. Looking really good. And these are strawberry plants that sowed themselves here. And I don't see any flowering yet, but I just love them as a ground cover as well. So this is what this border looks like for now. Isn't that beautiful? I just love all of the colors coming together. It's just spectacular. On this other side, I have my wild rose. Yes, this is one of the reliable roses. That's a wild rose. And it is looking great. Just fantastic here in this bed. I love it. It smells fantastic. Oh my goodness. The smell of this rose is just awesome. I have other roses that are returning back, which is good. But for right now, it's the superstar, one of the featured plants in the garden. And then I have chamomile that's self-sowed here. Isn't that nice? Self-sowed chamomile. And Love Lies Bleeding that I sowed. This is a bottle sowing, and I just put them all together, and I decided that I would just put a tomato cage here because it's going to grow tall. And I have the lamium. Oh, so pretty. This is so pretty here. Then back in this corner, that's growing over there, that is hibiscus. Yeah, perennial hibiscus. It's going to have a nice, beautiful pink flower. And then there's another one that's, I put the tomato cage around to support them. And then I also have bee balm that will be growing and turning, giving a beautiful color. And here you see the daylilies coming up as well. It's just really pretty. And then my marigolds growing. Yay for the marigolds. My little seedlings, I just threw the seeds in there. What I'm going to do is, as they grow, I'm going to separate them. And put them around the garden. And then here we have this. I'm going to get a lot of roses from this rose bush, which is Pinkabell, that I planted last year. And it died back hard too, but not as bad as some of the other rose bushes. And I'm so glad to see it come back looking really nice. And then this geranium, I love this color. Just called salmon geranium. So in this back garden, we call it the food bed. And we also grow flowers, but I planted out or seeded out some cucumbers, and they are now sprouting up. And what I'm going to do is just trellis them on this wire fencing. And last year I had so many wonderful pickling cucumbers and other cucumbers. And then we planted out some tomatoes back here too that do well, and other flowers as well, peppers and things. I still have some more tomatoes to add to this area. I'm excited to see it grow. I'm happy to have this spiderwort here. I planted it a long time ago. Actually from a piece over here. I planted the spiderwort, and it's coming up nicely, except for the fact that the bindweed is just fighting it, but it still looks good. Right in here in this bed, the mint has just taken over this corner, and I am excited about that because I'm going to have mint for teas here, and they look happy. They look happy. Finally, I planted my peppers here, and they're doing well. I planted the sweet pepper and the jalapeno peppers here, as well as a red pepper. Alyssa, I'm gonna have to cut this back. And I also seeded some of those seeds that I had. And so we will see what comes up. The squash seeds here. And last year what happened is that they just vined up, and we just let them run across on the shrubs that we have. And really was a very productive space. So I'm happy for this. My peppers, Then finally, I planted some zucchini. So we will have zucchini to add to the garden. Thank you for joining me this morning for a garden tour in my garden, Catherine's Garden and Home. And I hope that you enjoyed it. If you enjoy this tour, why don't you come and join me here by subscribing, hitting the subscribe button, and hitting the notification bell for more videos. I would love to continue to share my garden with you. And on Wednesdays, we have what I call our Grow Together sessions, our live sessions where we come together and talk and share gardening tips, and just have a lot of fun and laughter. So if you want to be a part of my gardening community, well, just come on and join us here. Check us out. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being a part of Catherine's Garden and Home, where we grow together. Have a wonderful day. Bye. For more videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.